All right, the last page, page 4 of lesson 4 for unit 0 is graphing a line on a 2D plane given an inequality. Okay, so we just spent some time graphing when it's an equal sign using y equals mx plus b, all right? The good news when you're doing an inequality, so when there's an inequality here, there's 4 different inequalities it could be. The only thing that changes in the graphing is whether this line here is solid. That's solid for any greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. It's dashed when it's a strict inequality, less than or greater than. That means the solutions to the inequality, the things that are x and y, the ordered pairs, are not going to be on the line. They're going to be above or below the line, okay? Because when you have an inequality, it can be all this area up here or all this area down there, depending on if it's a less than or a greater than, okay? So let me get this out of the way here again. All right, so it says step 1, write the equation in slope-intercept form and solve for, I should say, write the inequality in slope-intercept form and solving for y as you would for an equation, okay? Remember to flip the inequality symbol if multiplying or dividing by a negative. So that still applies from the other sections for inequalities. Then you need to plot the y-intercept on from the equation or the inequality, either one. Use the slope in the equation to find the other point. Connect the 2 points with a dashed line for a strict inequality and a solid line for the others. And shade the sign of the line that the symbol indicates. Okay, so this one is a greater than. That is the top of the line. If you can kind of picture this line flattened, this shade would be on the top of the line. And then when it's turned to the slope or the tilt that it needs to turn to, that's still considered the top. That gets shaded because that is your solution set. There was all the different things in there that would be true for this equation, okay? So right here is the y is greater than or equal to 3x plus 2. So we're still graphing with our b, that's 0, 2, and we're using our slope, 1, 2, 3, and over 1. So the m is 3 over 1, right? Using the riser 1 to get to the next spot. You can go down 3 and back 1. It's a little off, but I'll make my dots really big. Down 3... yeah, it's a little off, but I was winging it here. But that you get the general idea, okay? Let's try these ones at the bottom. Step 1, put them in slope-intercept form. So that means move this over here. Y is greater than, I didn't divide by anything, so we're keeping it as a greater than. 3x, move the b over, right? So the slope is 3 over 1, and b is a positive 2. I think that's what we had. I think that's what we just did. So 0, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, over. So that's your 0. Oh, what's different about this one that I blew right through? It all goes the same place, but did you notice that it's a greater than, not a greater than or equal to? So when I go to make the line, let's put the dots back on there. Nothing's wrong with the dots. All right, we're supposed to make a dashed line through it, okay? And these is still where I'm shading on the top of this line, okay? Solid lines are for greater than or equal to or less than or equal to. This was a greater than, All right, so let's check this one out. We're going to be dividing by a negative for this one, which means we're going to flip the symbol. Y is greater than or equal to negative 1/4 x plus 3. So my b is a 0.3 right there. And my slope is a negative. So I'm going to go down 1 and over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Could go up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And is it a solid? It's a solid line. Okay. And it is a greater than or equal to. So this is shaded. Okay. And then this one, turn into slope-intercept form. Isolating the y, did not divide by a negative, don't flip the sign. Negative 1/4 x plus 2. So my b is a positive 2. We go down 1 and back, 4, up and over 4. There's my line. Is it dashed? Yes, it's dashed. And it's a less than, so that's shaded down here. Okay.